Hey everyone, today we're going to make a fun patriotic sign. I started by painting the background cadet blue and candy apple red. I used a layer of finishing wax to protect that background. For the bottom part of the sign, I'm using mini buffalo plaid check and some white chalk paste. I'm going to make sure that I spread that chalk paste all over and I get an even coat and then scrape off any excess. After you pull up your transfer, you're going to want to make sure that you dry it completely before going on to the next part. For the top part, I'm using the stars from this transfer, and because it's a new transfer, you want to fuzz it before you use it. To fill the space, it's going to take 3 rows of the stars, so I quickly just line up those stars and use the transfer again. Again, make sure that you dry each part before you go on to the next. I want to fill up that space on that red with the buffalo plaid. I just lined up the transfer, and then again I'm using white chalk paste. I wanted to make a real statement piece, and so I'm going to use 3 different colors of ribbon to make a large loopy bow to put right in between the stars and the plaid. The types of ribbon that I use are 1.5 inch to 2.5 inch ribbon, and they are also wire edged. And then to secure everything, I use chenille sticks, but you can also use zip ties. For this bow, I'm layering each color on top of each other, securing it with that chenille stick. For the bottom and middle color ribbons, I'm making 3 loops on each side and then leaving long tails, and I will trim those up at the end. The size of your loops is really dependent on the size of the surface that you're going to be attaching it to. For this one, they're about 4 to 5 inches long, and I really wanted them to be full at the very end when I fluff this ribbon up. For the top ribbon, I'm going to make a center loop that will be the center of my bow, and then I will add 3 loops on either side just like before, and then attach that to the 2 other ribbons to make the finishing of this bow. Once I finish my bow and the ribbons are all tightly secured together, that's when I will fluff up and spread apart those loops to make this bow really full. One of the reasons why I use wire edge ribbons is because it allows me to shape those loops and make them super full, and they will keep their shape longer. And even if I store the piece and they flatten out, it's easy for me to fluff it up for the next season. Because this is an indoor piece, I can use hot glue just to attach that bow to the surface. I added some greenery and some other picks to make it really pop. Make sure to follow along for more ideas like this.